Unit 2, Lesson 4 addresses image insertion. It's sometimes very useful to supplement your base entity data with images that could be either an aerial photograph or a scanned map such as a USGS map. In exercise 1 you learn to insert an image using the insert image command in Map 3D. In exercise 2 we insert a USGS image that's a scanned map using a second method, which is the Data Connect utility, and then in the third exercise you import an image from Google Earth. One of the first things you're going to need to do is to change the geospatial workspace to display the commands for image insertion. So let's go through that. We'll go and open the first drawing here, and you'll notice that the workspace has been changed at the bottom here to tool-based geospatial right here, and it used to be Civil 3D, but it could be task-based, but we're on tool-based geospatial. And if you were to go to the Insert tab of the ribbon, you have the image panel and the image command. You could also type map insert on the drawing. And the file that we're inserting for this first exercise is Ross Street, Vancouver, and if I click open, the correlation source is a world file, and a world file is a separate file. In this case it's the TFW file that contains the insertion coordinates for this image. So when you click OK, the image is displayed in the drawing. If we grip the image, right click, display order, and send to back, you can see how the image supplements the base AutoCAD entities. Now if you want to remove an image from a drawing, there's a couple of ways of doing this. You can go to Image Management, which shows you the image in the drawing, and you can erase the image here, you can zoom to the image. Or if you type XR on your command line, which is your XREF manager, external references, you can see how the image is being displayed here. And you can right click and detach the image. So a few ways of detaching an image. That's what we just covered right here. In lesson 2, or in exercise 2, we can insert a USGS image using the Data Connect utility. Just another way of doing this. The Data Connect utility allows you to perform a coordinate transformation. So we'll note that the drawing is set up to a NAD83 imperial coordinate, and the image is actually set up to a NAD27 metric. And we'll see how that coordinate transformation occurs. So the Data Connect utility allows you to do the coordinate transformation. So we're going to open up the drawing for exercise 2. And if we were to SHOWTS to show the tool space, and under the Settings tab, right click on the drawing name and select Edit Drawing Settings, you can see here we have a NAD83 foot zone. Okay, so to access the Data Connect utility for inserting images, we want to make sure you have the correct workspace. Under the Home tab of the ribbon, if you click Connect, you can then add raster image or surface connection. We'll choose US, give this a name, call it USGS map. And then you can click the button here to select the file. And there's the TIFF file that comes with the curriculum. And then you can connect to that data source. So now the drawing here, it's indicating what the drawing units are. If we click Edit Coordinate Systems, we can then click in this row and then click Edit, and we're going to go to UTM NAD27, and this is zone 17, and the unit is meter. And when I click OK and click OK, I now have assigned the coordinate zone to that image, and that's the coordinate zone that that image belongs to. So when we now add to map, the software will add the image to the map, and it will convert the image from its source coordinate zone, which is a NAD27 base zone, to the drawings, which is a NAD83. And the NAD83 was imperial units and the NAD27 was metric. So if we were to grip the image and display order and send it back, you will see how that image is now supplemented the drawing data here. And there's a few other things that you can do with the image. You can clip a frame around here, and these are discussed in more detail in the actual exercise. But you'll note that if you were to change the coordinate system of the image now, it would re-display that image in this drawing and obviously no longer be coordinated with that base data. Then the last exercise in Unit 3 allows you to insert a Google Earth image. And the idea here is that you need to be displayed to that current view in Google Earth. So we've provided a KMZ file for the, I'll just put this into this folder here with the curriculum, and that KMZ file is your Google Earth file. So we start the exercise by double-clicking that KMZ file. That will launch Google Earth and display the contents of that KMZ file, which is basically Ross Street. And we'll zoom right in here and you'll see Ross Street right there, and I'll just stop it right there. So now that's our current view, and if we go back to Civil 3D, and if we were to open the third drawing, we will now be able to insert the Google Earth image. So if we go to the Insert tab, and what I'm going to do actually is change my workspace back to the Civil 3D workspace, and that's where we'll have our command for inserting the Google Earth image. And under the Insert tab we have Google Earth, and we're going to choose Google Earth image. And essentially it's going to once again compare the coordinate systems in the drawing with the coordinate system of Google Earth. So let's just try that again here. Google Earth image, and that should run through the functionality here. For some reason it doesn't seem to be inserting the image right now. Let me just try that one more time. Google Earth, insert Google Earth image. And that functionality doesn't appear to be working properly here, so I'm not quite sure what's happening with that. Yeah, so you need to start Google Earth, so we'll come back to Google Earth. We'll start, it might have to do with my desktop resolution being not the minimum resolution for the capture here for this video, but that I believe is the issue. We'll just try to go through this and see if we can get this thing to work. So there's my image. I'm going to go to Layers and turn everything off. I'm actually going to go to Places, and I have this KMZ file in here as well, so we'll turn that off. Maybe that's affecting it. So let's now try that one more time here. Google Earth image, and the functionality doesn't appear to be working properly here, so we'll leave it at that. Try it on your system using the higher resolution, and I believe you'll have some better luck with that. So that concludes the discussion on the functionality for image insertion in Lesson 4 of Unit 2.